Hi, I'm Bengt Wiberg, the patent holder of sting-free snus. Those who have helped me along the way are Lars-Erik Strömberg, former CEO of Nokia and Adidas, Daniel Wiberg, civil engineer at ÅF, Philip Abedian, innovations officer at Startup Stockholm, Bianca Wiberg, Eric Olsson, patent engineer, and not to forget two of the foremost scientists of oral health and snus in the world, Dr. Ann Rosar of the Karolinska Institute and her mentor, Professor Tony Axel. I have also been given help from Professor Kurt Engsell, who was the R&D manager of Swedish Match in the 70s and the person who invented the snus in pouch in the first place. Finally, Bosse Rönnberg, double world champion in PR and advertising. The big problem with all existing brands of snus in the world is that they sting and burn on the gum, and 40% of the snoozers, they find this unpleasant. The real health problem of the world of tobacco is smoking of cigarettes, which kills 6 to 7 million people yearly to a cost of $1.2 trillion according to the World Health Organization. Science also concludes that snus is 97% safer than cigarette smoking, and the success rate of snus as a quit smoking tool says that 72% of all snoozers are former smokers. An extremely thin, impermeable membrane on one side of the snus pouch stops the stinging and burning of snus on the gum. And it doesn't affect the taste and the smell and the nicotine experience of snus. The sting-free membrane is totally unnoticeable for the snoozer and also harmless. It's approved by the Swedish FDA, Livsmedelsverket. As of today, there exists a licensing agreement with Swedish Match for a sting-free snus. Possible business models is to have more companies licensing agreements to sell the patent or to outsource production or to start own production of sting-free snus. Three major players in Sweden and Scandinavia produce snus. These are Swedish Match, Skruf and Gotland Snus, which together hold about 85% of the Scandinavian market. But what we have to bear in mind is that sting-free snus is not a new tobacco mixture. It's a scientific revolution to the pouch itself, which holds the snus. And with high pH values in snus, high pH values gives you a greater nicotine experience, but it also increases the stinging and the burning. The only existing solution to keeping a high pH value in snus and that it doesn't sting in the same time is the patented sting-free solution. It's growing and increasing in the United States, and if the European Union now approves snus for sale in the European Union, there is 100 million smokers in the EU who are potential snus buyers. As it comes to sting-free snus, a big survey last year showed that 63% of the snoozer can consider buying a sting-free snus. And when it comes to tobacco retailers, a stunning 83% of these wish to sell sting-free snus. This court ruling in the High Court of Justice in London sends the Swedish snus to the European Court in Luxembourg. You might ask yourself, why should a snus producing company start to sell a sting-free snus? The reason is that you can charge more for such a snus. And I've given an example below of Alvedon and Alvedon Novum. Since the latter was introduced, The Apoteket AB sells more Alvedon and makes a greater profit than when it was only one option. When it comes to consumer awareness of sting-free snus, I'm proud to be able to say that over 1 million people have read or heard about sting-free snus. In June last year, in Aftonbladet, it became the most read news article in the whole of Sweden with 600,000 readers. I have also received several reports from tobacco shops from Norway to the north to the south of Sweden, where they say that people are asking in the shops for a sting-free or a svidfri snus, although the product has not yet been produced. In January of this year, I made a small survey during 2 days on a few Facebook groups for private share investors. The interest was enormous. I got 200 replies, and the average investment was 32,000 and totaling 6 to 9 million Swedish krona for a share in my company. I forgot to mention how I came up with the idea for sting-free snus. A couple of years ago I was sitting at my dentist in Lidingö, and I had big problems with stinging and irritated gum, and I had a snus lesion, a very big one, on my oral mucosa. Dentist ordered me to stop snoozing. What I did was to go up to the office, and I took out a patch. I put it on one side of the snus pouch and cut it to size and put that protected side towards my gum, and it stopped stinging immediately. And today, same dentist says my oral health is perfect. For the past 1 year, I receive daily messages from people all over the world saying, when can I buy it? Where can I buy sting-free snus? And I have to tell them you have to wait just a little while longer. There's also been many public quotes, and I'd like to share one with you from snusgirl.com, a female blogger on snus in Los Angeles. Says that many who tried to quit smoking by help of snus have stuck to smoking because they can't bear the pain on the gum that is caused by the snus. This is really a big health problem. But sting-free snus has solved the problem, and hopefully in the future we will see all kinds of brands of snus with a sting-free option.